Hello, everybody. Caleb Mackey here again, and this is Life's Little Golden Nuggets. Didn't get to do a video yesterday because it was Easter and things were a little bit crazy, but I'm here today and I'm willing to share with you the next little piece of information that I saw and something that I really would like to share with you. This one comes more from the life of a specific person. His name is Theodore Roosevelt, one of America's presidents. A lot of people consider him to be one of the best. I think that he really exemplified a life that I'm like, man, what is it that he said and did that could inspire other people? And one of the things that I want to share first comes from the book by Doris Kearns Goodwin, The Bully Pulpit. That book is both about Theodore Roosevelt and then the next president after him, William Howard Taft, and the golden age of journalism. But there's a specific page in the book that I would like to share. Somebody was asking him about how to pass a bill that would try to please everybody in a very short summary. Not going to say much else about it, but here's Theodore Roosevelt's response. No given measure and no given set of measures will work a perfect cure for any serious evil. That struck me so hard because, as most of us know, we live in a perfectionistic culture. A lot of what we try to do is we want to do it to the best and the best of our ability the first time and not have any struggle or risk or anything like that. And that is just not true. Roosevelt knew that, especially in politics, dealing with people who he had to deal with both sides of the spectrum, where there were people that totally agreed with him, those who totally opposed him, and he knew it's like things are going to happen. We try to do our best, but it's working at it bit by bit that it'll actually get resolved or anywhere better than if you try to do it thinking we just do it this one thing, this only way, and that's going to be the way that it works. And that makes me think also as a therapist that when people come to me and they say that they've got problems, I try to remind them. I even try to use that quote as often as possible. In fact, I would like to use it as a staple of kind of one of the first things that I would ever share with anybody in therapy. There's a serious evil, which is the destruction, the disorganization, the miscommunication, whatever word you want to use, that's going on in your life. And if you want it to get any better, no one measure or given set of measures that you try to do will perfectly cure it. You got to keep working at it. It's got to be lifelong. You got to be willing to risk it and embrace the changes that come every day in order to make your life anything more of what you want. And another quote that I would like to use from Theodore Roosevelt comes from one of his speeches about the strenuous life. And it says, if you are rich and are worth your salt, you will teach your sons that though they may have leisure, it is not to be spent in idleness. For wisely and leisurely merely means that those who possess it, being free from the necessity of working for their livelihood, are all the more bound to carry on some kind of non-remunerative work in science, in letters, in art, in exploration, in historical research, work of the type we most need in this country, the successful carrying out of which reflects most upon the honor of the nation. There's a lot more that goes on into it about taking advantage of those opportunities, but it's really important. And I once again, that's another bit of gold that I'm like, oh my gosh, that's incredible. And this coming from a guy who lived between about 160 to 100 years ago. He gets it. And he's saying, a lot of people work really hard every day to just make their life livable. Sure. And then there are a lot of people who are able to not have to do that kind of work. But he says, don't you dare focus on luxury and don't you dare focus on leisure unless it is involved in something that helps benefit the rest of humanity. That's why, if you, I'll throw myself under the bus here. Like, oh man, I do my job as a mental health therapist. I do not have to toil out in the earth all day to make food for myself. I fortunately am able to live to where I can buy my food at the grocery store, and I have a roof over my head and things, that then I have more time on my hands to do other things. Well, following that advice from Roosevelt, what do I try to do at that time? Well, I'm actually trying to work on publishing a book here in the near future. It's been a lot of hard work, but being able to use that time to try to create something that can be more beneficial to humanity, hopefully, is what I'm called to do, if not also to then maybe use that time as well to alleviate the burdens from other people. But yes, take advantage of those opportunities, because those are the opportunities that, like he said earlier, it's not one given measure or a given set of measures. It's a constant striving. It's the strenuous life. It's not the easy life. It's not the perfect life. It is the strenuous life. I remember talking to somebody, I think it was maybe a client, and we talked about how there's a different type of tired when you go to bed. There's the tired that is more on like the anxiety or the worry or the other parts that are like, I feel like I'm going to bed and I'm tired, but my life doesn't feel complete, or my life doesn't feel like it has been done well enough that it has meaning and purpose and value. And then there are times that I've done things and have lived my life where when I lay my head on my pillow, I'm like, man, I have done so much today. Even if it may not be a big deal to everyone else, it is at least to me, or even if I don't know it. But I took advantage of those opportunities to live the strenuous life, to show I don't want to take it easy, to the best of my ability. And that's the way that I've been able to notice the most benefit in my life, is when I've done the strenuous things, whether that's working on a book, or when I go home and do something that I really don't want to do. My wife has horses, and because she's been taking care of our kids, that's my job to go muck the stalls and go scoop up the poop. I hate doing it every time. Every time. However, following Roosevelt's advice, the life that I want to live and lead and show others, to take advantage of opportunities, means even if it's ones like go and scoop poop for your wife's horses, because it means she doesn't have to worry about it, meaning she can then rest and be able to take care of the kids better, and it shows how much you care about your relationship. And I'll get home from work at 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I'll go and scoop the poop, and then be coming in at maybe 8 o'clock, 8:30, and then finally be able to spend time with my family. It's like, that's a lot after working a long day, and then to come in and straight go to the horses and take care of that, and then to also come and take care of my kids and all those other things. But as I've laid my head down to rest each night, I've lived a life too where I've been filled with anxiety, and I've been trying to figure out, let me try to live my life in a way that's meaningful, but with all the worry that I was dealing with and the stress. When I went to sleep, I was going to sleep tired, and then I was waking up even more tired, and it just repeated. Only once I started doing things like exercising regularly, and when I started reading again, not a big reader, but I've developed much more of an appetite for reading recently. And the more that I have been working on my own things, like my books, or creating things for my clients, and then also being able to devote my time to my kids and my wife at home. I mean, as I lay my head down, I can just tell there's a difference. And I hope to inspire some of you today, or at least more specifically, I hope Theodore Roosevelt has helped encourage you today to say, no given measure or given set of measures will ever create a cure for any serious evil. Take it slow, take it steady, and then think about that strenuous life. If you're already working hard every day to support your family and to do those things, yeah, great. But if you have time, take that time to do something more that will add to the life of yourself and those around you. And I certainly hope that as you do, you can lay your head down feeling that that was better than had you gone to bed worrying about what you wish you could have done. All right, well, that's about it for this video. Thank you guys so much. This was Life's Little Gold Nuggets, and hopefully you'll check out The Bully Pulpit and anything else by Theodore Roosevelt. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you have a great week.